question, if you have kidney disease and your goal is to improve your kidney health, what is the most important step you have to take? Is it removing protein from the diet? Or maybe is it stopping dangerous complications such as anemia and fluid retention? Or is it treating the cause? Diabetes, hypertension? Or maybe should we first take care of the toxins that are damaging our kidneys? Do you know which one is the most important step? Answer down in comment section. Gathering here, recent studies have actually demonstrated that even patients in stage 5, which is the final stage of chronic kidney disease, can improve. But when it comes to dealing with kidney issues, a lot of patients are confused. Many are overwhelmed by all that's happening to them. The dietary changes, the time spent at the doctor, the lab works. There are a lot of new things that need to be learned, and it's not easy. Not everyone will find the right answers. So what I want to do today is make sure you are going in the right direction, because the question we are going to answer today is crucial both for newly diagnosed patients as well as for those who have been battling with kidney problems for years. So let's take a look at these 4 answers and tell me which one is the most crucial in your opinion. And this is a very important question. It's impossible to improve your kidney function if the one step I'm talking about is not being followed. So which one is it? First one is removing protein from the diet. Is this the right answer? Let me know what you think in comment section. So, we know today that having too much protein in the diet is a cause of kidney damage, and that a lot of patients have seen improvements just by improving their diets. Because you see, diets that are too rich in protein for the stage of kidney disease you may be in are linked to metabolic acidosis, high blood pressure, more risk for diabetes, and obviously faster decline in kidney function. So if your answer was removing protein, you are not completely wrong. Because you see, all these answers are partially right. There is only one of them that's 100% correct, however. Yes, there is a step that's even more important than the diet in this list. Is it taking care of the complications then? Well, for sure, complications are important. CKD complications are all those conditions that are caused by kidney problems, alright? And this includes some very serious diseases, such as anemia, for example. And there is no improving kidney function without first taking care of anemia. And some complications of CKD can literally be life-threatening. Uremia is an example. When the kidneys cannot filter toxins anymore, this will build up in the body, preventing several organs and systems from functioning. Metabolic acidosis is another complication that could land a patient in the hospital. And in this list, we can also see heart disease. Even heart disease can be caused by kidney disease, and that's literally the #1 cause of loss of life in the world. So is dealing with complications such as this the correct answer? Well, just like for reducing protein, this is only partially correct. You see, while dealing with complications is absolutely a necessity, not everyone with CKD also has complications. Some patients are lucky enough to be diagnosed in stage 3, and maybe they are even able to prevent these complications from appearing. So this was not the correct answer after all, because there is an entry in this list that is going to be a must for everyone. Have you guessed which one is it? Is it toxin, or is it dealing with the cause of the disease? Again, if at any point you think you know the answer, write it down in comment section. Only 2 entries left then. So let's see, is the correct answer taking care of toxins? Well, toxins are clearly very important when it comes to dealing with kidney disease. I mean, patients with end-stage renal disease are put on dialysis exactly because their kidneys cannot remove enough toxins anymore. And there are several ways we should deal with toxins every day. For example, we should keep in mind that CKD patients are more susceptible to heavy metal related dangers and to the issues caused by pesticides in our veggies and fruit. And well, since uremic toxins are mainly generated by the breakdown of protein from foods, it's clear that removing toxins from the diet should be a priority. Not to mention that processed foods may contain excessive amounts of phosphorus or sodium, and that's also going to be important. And I know that many of you guys are reporting great results when starting acacia fiber acid detoxifier. That's probably one of the easiest ways of helping the kidneys. So is taking care of toxins the correct answer? Well, not really, because you see, I've left the most important step for last here. So the correct answer to the question, what is the most important step towards a better kidney function, is taking care of the cause of the damage. Guys, if you got this right, congratulations, you absolutely know a lot more than most people about health and medicine. And that's absolutely great. But if you got this wrong, don't worry. As we have seen, the other entries were very important as well. But why is taking care of the cause the number one most important step towards a better kidney function then? Well, the reason why I consider taking care of the cause the most important step is a study published in Journal PLOS ONE titled Renal Function Can Improve at Any Stage of Chronic Kidney Disease. I talk a lot about this study here on Double O Kidney over the last few years because this study really changed everything for CKD patients. In fact, what this study proved is that patients in stage 4 and even 5 of CKD can improve. Yes, this is incredible. But clearly, most CKD patients do not improve.
Wait. What?
People suffering from CKD are supposed to lose their kidney function day after day, year after year. So why do some CKD patients improve even in stage 5 while most don't? Well, this study also found out why only some patients can improve. We wouldn't be here otherwise. And as we can see here, the most important parameters that made the difference between improvers and non-improvers were the causes of CKD. Blood pressure was the number one therapeutic target for this study, as we can see, followed by proteinuria and by diabetes. Okay, but now you may ask, we are all taking blood pressure medications and maybe metformin or insulin for diabetes. Why are we not improving already then? Well, one of the reasons is because many of the medications that are used in people with CKD are also very heavy on the kidneys. ACE inhibitors and ARBs are the clear example, and as the study we have just seen points out, the less the number of blood pressure medications used, the better. This is not up for debate. There have been studies made to find out if stopping ACE inhibitors and ARBs altogether was going to be better for the patient than taking them. And yeah, those not taking blood pressure medications were worse, but not by a lot. And it's clear that we need something better. In fact, those patients that have been observed improving their blood pressure and blood glucose levels with lifestyle changes and with natural choices have been often observed to obtain huge improvements in kidney function. So to answer the question, why are some patients improving and some aren't? Because in order to improve, you need to take care of diabetes, high blood pressure, proteinuria, and so on. But you need to do that naturally. And well, this is why we are here today. You see, I don't just want to point out the issue without doing anything about it. I want to actually share with you what the best ways of taking care of diabetes and high blood pressure and proteinuria naturally actually are. because that's the #1 most important step towards a better kidney health. There are certain natural remedies that can reverse kidney disease with results that shocked me. Do you want to see them? Let's start by taking a look at what actually works for diabetes. So let's talk about diabetes, because when it comes to kidney health, there is no improving if we don't stop the cause of the damage. And it's not a secret that close to 1 out of 2 CKD sufferers have diabetes. If you have diabetes and your goal is to protect your kidneys, naturally dealing with your sugar levels should be your top priority. Keep in mind that the supplements we are going to see today are not meant to replace whatever prescription medications your doctor gave you, right? But they are going to help. They are going to be effective, and they are going to help you reduce your dependency on medications. And probably the most powerful natural supplement out there when it comes to diabetes is berberine. Berberine is a natural compound found in barberry and other plants, and it's what many experts consider the most powerful supplement in existence. Today, even some primary care providers are starting to recommend berberine before prescribing, for example, metformin. And I'm with them. Berberine has been thoroughly studied in people with diabetes. Berberine can have effects similar to that of metformin on glucose levels, but it will put way less stress on the kidneys. And well, that is our whole point, isn't it? And berberine is incredibly powerful. This supplement may lower fasting and post-meal glucose levels significantly. It can also help with cholesterol and hypertension, so absolutely consider it if you have diabetes. This supplement is taken 3 times per day, 500 milligrams, about half an hour before meals. So yeah, berberine is amazing, and not just because you can get a similar result to what you will get from prescription medications, but with less kidney toxicity. There is more about berberine. You see, there is another herb you can add it to make berberine even more powerful: banaba. This plant is known to enhance the healing properties of berberine. Banaba is a species of tree that is native to the Philippines and Southeast Asia. The leaves of this tree are used to treat diabetes, and when combined with berberine, the effects are incredible. They were recently tested against a placebo on 148 patients. After just 3 months, 34.3% of patients taking banaba and berberine returned to a normal glycemic status. Incredible! As an added bonus, this combination of natural supplements will also help with weight loss. And that's how patients were able to improve their glycemic status, by the way, which is important. Once you lose enough weight, you don't need to keep taking medications or supplements to keep your improved levels. Now, if you want to try a banaba supplement, check for corosolic acid content. It should be listed, and it should be no less than 2%. And guys, it's clear that when it comes to controlling diabetes naturally, the diet is also extremely important. So, if you want to learn more about how to eat to protect your kidneys from diabetes, this video up here is for you. So, we have seen a combination of supplements that will shock you if used to treat diabetes. Let's take a look now at something that's just as effective for high blood pressure. High blood pressure is even more common than diabetes in those with CKD because CKD itself can cause it. This is why taking measures against hypertension is a must for almost every single patient. And if your goal is to improve your kidney function, keeping your blood pressure below 130/80 is an imperative. Guys, this can be achieved with medications as well, alright? Keep in mind that having a blood pressure below 130/80 with medications is still better than having it higher but without medications. So the goal here is to keep blood pressure under control with as few medications as possible. This is incredibly important if our goal is to improve our kidney function and to see GFR numbers finally rising. So, how do we do that? Well, first, let's take a look at a very underrated tea that could give you shockingly good results with hypertension. This is called hibiscus tea, and it is probably the most effective tea you can find on the supermarket shelves when it comes to lowering blood pressure. It acts as a mild diuretic, helping the kidneys get rid of excess fluids and toxins. And it also fights hypertension. A 2015 review of 5 studies published in the Journal of Hypertension determined that drinking this tasty tea can lower blood pressure by 7.58 over 3.53 millimeters of mercury, which is frankly amazing. I mean, you can just buy this tea at the grocery store and it takes literally a few minutes to make it. Maybe even more effective when it comes to hypertension is supplementing magnesium. This works because many CKD patients are deficient in this essential mineral, especially those also taking vitamin D, diuretics or proton pump inhibitors. And having low magnesium levels can cause hypertension. So yeah, imagine having to take one or more medications to control a condition that other medications are causing. So take magnesium. Now guys, one more thing I absolutely recommend for blood pressure is garlic. It has been used in people with hypertension to lower systolic and diastolic pressure by an average of 8.3 over 5.5 millimeters of mercury. And it can also help with cholesterol, with inflammation, with the immune system, and with diabetes, and more. Last but absolutely not least when it comes to hypertension, vitamin D. Everyone knows that they must supplement vitamin D with kidney disease, at least I hope. But did you know that the way in which vitamin D helps with high blood pressure is by inhibiting the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or RAS in short? And this is very similar to what RAS medications, also known as ARBs and ACE inhibitors, do. Now, this study also points out that the blood pressure lowering effect of supplementing vitamin D doesn't work for everyone. I mean, it's a vitamin. It probably only works for people with low vitamin D levels to begin with. I'm wondering who is known to have chronically low levels of vitamin D. I know, kidney disease patients do. So always supplement vitamin D, and if you don't know how, watch my video about it. It's up here and also down in the description. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye.